So it looks like I can, on the thumb, I have a slider that does this, and I can move that in addition to that. So hand twist, whoops, no, hand bend, like that. So I think what I would like really is a new slider that's currently not in the figure that does both these things at the same time. So I have a slider that, I don't know where it is, maybe in the top level of the Toon crab, that will do both of these things at the same time. So it'll move the top of the hand, and it'll also open the claw, and that on a slider. That is what I'd like to do. And once I have that, I can then go and animate this motion, him opening the claw with a single click. I think I might set that up. This takes us into a very dangerous territory called the controller. And that is a thing that figure creators use all the time. But of course, us users, we don't really do that. Let me show you how it works. I will go and make this, I will create this in the very top part of the figure here. I don't want to drill down all the way to the right hand and the left hand. I'd like to have maybe even my own little folder here that'll say J, or, you know, hand posing or something like that. So much like we have body posing here, I might as well put it in the body posing and body proportions. Yeah, I might put that in here. So first of all, yeah, let's do this. Let's go and create ourselves a new property. I can only do that when this whole thing is in edit mode. So you can either right click on the gray bit and put edit mode here. No worries, Steve. Yeah, get yourself a coffee. And with that in edit mode, I can go and right click again and create a new property. And I'll have two properties, one for the left hand and one for the right hand. I'll call these, it's a float value, and I'm going to call that open right hand, open right claw, maybe open right claw. It'll be in body posing, it won't be hidden. The only thing I don't want down here is that I don't want to be able to set this to a minimum value, so I'm going to set this to 0, and that is it, I think. Create, boom, and there we go, open right claw. It doesn't do anything because it's an empty property right now. I'll go do the same thing again. Create empty property. Do I have to go into in and out of edit mode? Yeah, perfect. And then I can do this. And this is then open left claw. Label gets filled in automatically. That's all I need. So minimum value is just 0. Create as empty morph, and no, we don't actually, this is not going to be a morph. This is just going to be a controller, so we don't need to create the empty morph here. So do that, and that does this. So now we have two properties here. Let me go out of edit mode. That I should be able to animate to a maximum value, and the 0 value would be just, you know, what we have right now. It's going to happen for every claw. So I'll go to my hand here, and I'll just go and figure out what might look good. I'll close my timeline down for now. We don't really need it anymore for now. So what's the maximum value that might look good? Perhaps -30. And then the thumb would go to maybe 70. I think anything more than that would just be overkill. So maybe 75 or 70. 70 and 30. I think I can remember that. Let's do that. 70 and 30. So that's what the position is going to look like when the hand is open, and when it's closed, it'll just be, well, like the equivalent to that. It'll be, whoops, it'll just be closed. So with this maximum value selected, this is his right claw. I'll go and drag this slider up to 100%, and then I'm going to go, I think I'll put this into edit mode again. I'll go and select the right hand that has the value, and I think I go and right click here and choose to no, actually it's over here, isn't it? Sorry, it's over here. I think I go and select this slider now and say show in property hierarchy, and that's actually a new panel that I need to do this twice. So show in property hierarchy, I've got it open on the right hand side here. Property hierarchy is a little bit scary if you find it under window tabs, and in it we have some kind of cool stuff to play with. Link assets, we need the controllers here. First stage add, subtract, and second stage multiply, divide. So we don't actually have anything in there at the moment. And how do I do that again? I think I want my property that I've created in the top slot of the figure to control this property. So it'll be a controller of this. So I'll go back up to select the top of my Toon crab where I'm going to find that slider. I'll go switch over again to my property hierarchy where my hand is still selected, and then I'll go and drag this value, left click and drag over here to first stage add, subtract. I think that's what it's going to do. Add 100%. So this is this slider controlling that part of the claw. Now I need to do the same thing with this bit here. So I'll select this, head over to the scene. That's the right hand. I'm going to go and right click. Nope, sorry. Right hand is this. So I'll go and that's true, isn't it? Thumb and did I do the thumb or did I do this value? I need the thumb now, don't I? I need the thumb now. Am I doing that right? I think so. Yes, that's right. So I'm going to go show this in the property hierarchy, which is now this open claw. And now I need to go back to the Toon crab to make sure that is also controlling that. So once again, this whole slider, left click and drag to control it. Boom. Yeah, I think that is it. Is that it? I think that's it. I can't remember. Is that it? Do I have to go and say ERC freeze? I think I might do. Does that do that? I think so. You must select the node. That was not how it worked then. Attributes controllers in there. We've got our controller is the open crab. Was it this? This needs to be ERC frozen then. That's it. Yes, that's it. That's it. And now it'll do it. Right. That was the ERC freeze. So now if we go and take that out of edit mode, then this happens. So now my slider controls the whole thing here. Up and down. Open claw. Perfect. Were you all paying attention? Because I've already forgotten what I did here. Let's try this again for the other hand. So I wonder if we also need to... I think it's fine this way. I think if we needed to do anything else, we can just go and manipulate his arm when he comes up. But this is nice. Let's try this again with the left claw, which first of all, I've misspelled this. It says clar rather than claw. Let's go and rename that into claw. There. Okay, so let's try that again. This time with the other value, with the other hand, sorry. Oops. So I think I set this to bend up to 30, didn't I? I think it was 30, and then the thumb here, that was, in this case, minus 70. Minus 70, okay. Good. So Toon crab, this is now his left arm. I'm going to open that up, put this into edit mode, select this, left click and show in property hierarchy in controllers, and then I'll go and select the value that I'd like to control this, which is left claw at 100%. Left click and drag that over to first stage controllers. That does that. Now we do the same thing with that. So select this, right click and show in property hierarchy, controllers. Now we go and choose our value again, and left click and drag it over to here. Aha, perfect. Now on our value, we do the ERC freeze, and we say yes, and left click and drag. Ha ha ha! Made our own slider. That is very, very cool. This also means now this is only, when I animate this, it's only going to work with this version of my crab. So if I go and load in a fresh version of the crab, it's not actually going to work. So I'm going to have to make sure this is now my crab. So let me go and save this out, the whole scene, just so that I remember. Crab, let's say my crab, let's call it my crab modified controllers, or my crab with controllers. How about that? With controllers. Okay, boom. That was eventful. But this means now if I go and want to open his claws, I can just do this. And that's much easier in animation than having to control multiple values there. So if I wanted to go one step further, I could have literally animated the arms and do all kinds of things here that would allow me to raise his arm as well as open his claw with one value.